Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ignite After School Club on Wednesday, 3:30, and it's a very miserable, horrible day outside, isn't it? Did you get wet going to school this morning? I know my George cycled to college this morning. He got very wet. And Freddie should be home soon, so we'll see how wet he got today as well, although he did get a lift in. But what a miserable day. How is everybody? Let me know how you are in the comments. Let me know what you've been doing. If you've got any news that's exciting you want to share with us, that'd be great. It is the After School Club. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up. We're going to start shortly with our game, and we've got a couple of pictures coming up. We have the jokes from the digital assistant, and also a joke sent in as well, which is good. We've got our talk coming up. And then we've got a craft activity coming up as well later that you can watch, and maybe you might like to try and do that later on or tomorrow or whenever you get time. So we're going to be doing that. That'll be good. And also we're going to finish off as usual with Challenge of the Week, Barry versus Challenge of the Week. We did that yesterday, so that was fun. And you might like to try that challenge yourself at home with your family. It's good. You don't need a lot. Well, you need a balloon, or you need a balloon each. But we'll come back to that later on, and we'll see what that challenge is later. So today, the theme of today is there's a moon out tonight. There's a moon out tonight. Do you like looking at the stars at night? Do you like trying to find the moon? I have to say, if ever I'm out at night, it's always cool to try and find where the moon is and see whether it's a full moon or a crescent moon or a half moon. Always good fun. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe you don't like looking at the moon, but I do. So, shall we start while we wait for other people to join us? Shall we start with a game? And we're going to do our usual build a house. And I forgot what I was going to say. We'll start with our usual build a house. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll do this while we're waiting for people to join us. They're probably getting home from school and then having to get changed because they're probably soaking wet. I've been lucky. I've been able to work from home today. I didn't actually have to go out today, so that was all right. So I didn't get wet, which was good. So have a guess. What letters do you think? What do you think this word might be? Send in a letter, and we'll see how you get on. I'm trying to think if I'm quite confident about winning this one or not. I'm hopeful. Oh, we've got an E from my mum. An E. Is there an E in this one? No, there isn't an E. There isn't an E. An A. There is an A. Okay, there you go. There is an A. Just check it. Yeah. I thought I spelt it wrong for a minute, but no. There we go. An R. There is an R. A C. Is there a C? There's not a C. So is it still raining? I can't tell. I can't see. I think it stopped raining. Just about stopped, but it's still wet and horrible out there. A G. Oh, there is a G. Didn't want that one to come up. There you go. There is a G. Yeah, I think it's just about stopped raining. But it was tipping down this morning. You must have got soaking wet going to school. Always miserable going to school when it's wet. Oh, look at that! My dad in the. Oh, I was quietly confident with this one. Quietly confident with this one. Gravity. That was the word. Maybe I shouldn't give the themes at the start. There's a moon out tonight. Maybe I shouldn't give the theme. I wonder if that helps. I wonder if that helped for that one. Gravity. Well done, Dad. Yes, gravity is the first word. Oh, it's freezing as well. It's freezing in the kitchen. Although I did do a bit of work last couple of days in the church room, and that's cold. That's cold as well. I had to put a little heater on just to warm up, but that's cold in there as well. It's cold everywhere. It's that autumn winter sort of starting out, isn't it? Not putting the heating on. Okay, our second word is only 4 letters. Dad's saying, no, you shouldn't make it so easy. Well, I didn't think I did make it easy. I thought that was going to be a tricky one with a V in there. But no, it wasn't. So let's see if the shorter word actually ends up being trickier. Actually, I think sometimes shorter words are trickier. Going for an O. Oh. I think that's Freddie coming home. There is no O. Oh. An A. Okay, let me just bear with me 5 seconds. Oh, back again. Here we go. Apologies for that. Forgot indoor keys. Oh, an A. Is there an A? No, there's not an A. There we go. Did you have a good day at school, Freddie? Did you get very wet? Yes. You did get very wet. An E. There's not an E. Well, so far I'm doing better than the last game. I did appalling in the last game, so that's all right. An L. Is there an L? No, there's not an L either. An I. There is an I. There is an I. Your first letter. There you go. Feel I should have some music playing while we wait for the answers to come in. Come on, send us a letter. A T. Is there a T? No, there is not a T. Part of my roof. Might have stumped you with this one. Typical. I always say that, and then someone comes in with a letter. Yep, there is an S. Is there a H? No, there's not a H. So that's my roof on there. P. There is a P, but there isn't a W. At least I get my chimney on. I think, there you go. N. Spin. Well done. You just about got that one. Took a while, that one, but didn't do as well as the first game, but well done. Spin. So we've had gravity and we've had spin. And now all to do with the little talk we've got a bit later about there is a moon out tonight. So yeah, we'll be looking at that a little bit later. So well done, you guys, for getting that. What have we got coming up now? Okay, we've got our Bible verse now. And our Bible verse today is, God said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate day from night. These lights will be used for signs, seasons, days, and years." And that's from Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. I'll read that again. God said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate day from night. These lights will be used for signs, seasons, days, and years." That's pretty cool. I do like looking at the night sky. But that is our Bible verse. You can find that in the book of Genesis, right at the start of the Bible, chapter 1 and verse 14. You might want to have a look at that later and see all the other stuff in there about Genesis, of where God created the world in 6 days, it says. So you can read a little bit more about that. Right, some pictures. Now we've got some pictures today. We've got a picture and we've got a video. And the picture, well, firstly, if you missed our Sunday service last Sunday at 10:30, you can find it again on Facebook and YouTube. Just scroll down and find it on our page. And I did a prayer activity craft where I made these cardboard grapes. Can you see that? I made these cardboard grapes. They're like 3D because they're made out of rolled up corrugated card, and they were painted purple like red grapes, and you've got some leaves and you've got the stalk there, and that was the prayer activity. It's really cool. If you go back onto the Facebook, you can find out how to make that. And the awesome Muna had a go at making those while she was watching the service, and we've got a picture of Muna's grapes she made. Look at them. They are really cool. And you've got like the light red type grapes there, and they're not quite green and they're not quite red. They're like the light sort of pinky red ones that you can buy in the shops, the juicy sweet ones. That's awesome. Well done, Muna. Some great bit of craft going on there. That's fantastic. Thank you very, very much for sending me that picture. We also have a video from James. So James, I'm not sure if James is watching at the moment, but I'm sure he'll be watching later. He loves watching every week, which is great to have him there. James sent us some pictures last week, you might remember. We sent us a video this week, and he's very excited in this video about what he's just made and how many he has made. So let's have a watch.
Testicle bricks.
That's what you've got. 10 stickle bricks. That's nearly as tall as you, James. Let's watch that again.
Testicle bricks.
That was fantastic. Thank you very much for that, James. Apparently last week when James saw his brother making flapjacks, he found it so funny he fell off the chair. Hopefully you don't fall off the chair today, James, or maybe you did. I don't know. But thank you for those. That was fantastic. If you've got any more pictures or videos, send them in right here to barry@holysaviour.church, and we'll show you next time we're on Ignite. Next week is half term, so there won't be an Ignite next week, but we will be back the week after. So we're going to be on a 1 week's Ignite after school club holiday because you're off school. So there's not going to be an after school club as you're off school, but we will be back on the week after. So those were the pictures. Oh, I forgot to do the little picture video. Oh no. Oh dear. We'll do that. We'll have to do that next time. Send your pictures in and we'll show the little picture intro. But now it's that time. It's the jokes from the digital assistant. And I have to say, I asked the digital assistant for some jokes yesterday, and I only had to listen to about 4 or 5 jokes until I actually found a couple that were worth reading out. So she was better yesterday, so that wasn't too bad. So we've got 2 jokes from a digital assistant, and we've got 1 joke from James. So you'll have to let me know. Do you prefer jokes 1, 2, or 3? And I'll read out James's joke last. Okay, so the first joke is from the digital assistant. What lies on the seabed and quivers? What lies on the seabed and quivers? A nervous wreck. That wasn't a bad joke. She's done some really terrible jokes in the past. That wasn't a bad one. I quite like that one. Here's a joke if you like Star Wars. Okay, how does Darth Vader like his toast? On the dark side. That was good. How does Darth Vader like his toast? On the dark side. Brilliant. So those two jokes, I think, were better than any of the digital assistant jokes we've had in the past. But let me know. But here is James's joke. And I have to say, I think James's joke is brilliant. It may get you scratching your head. But James, I think this joke is awesome. Here we go. Why was the tree walking? Why was the tree walking? Because it was a giraffe. James, that joke, I think, is the best joke we've had in a while. Why was the tree walking? Because it was a giraffe. That's brilliant. I told George that joke earlier, and he was scratching his head for a while, trying to think of the subtle wordplay and everything in that joke. And then I explained to him it was James, and he thought it was very, very funny. Well done, James. That was a great joke. My dad thinks that the first two jokes were rubbish, and he loved your joke, James. So well done. Excellent. Okay. Right. Let's get a little bit serious now as we look at the talk. There's a moon out tonight. Okay, so the moon, you know the moon, it's that big ball up in the sky, not the bright one, that's the sun, it's the other one at night time. And the moon, it's more than just a big dusty old rock hanging up there in the sky. It gives us ocean waves and 24-hour days. It keeps us from being too hot or too cold. And it makes sure we have just the right amount of sun. How? Well, because of gravity. The moon has gravity. It doesn't have as much gravity, or it's not as strong as the gravity on Earth, but it does have gravity, and it does pull on the Earth. And it creates tides, which are the rise and fall of the oceans that happen each day. Now, the moon's gravity also slows down the Earth's spin, so that our days are 24 hours long instead of only about 6. Could you imagine if days were 6 hours long? It would be spinning so fast, and it slows it down. So if it was spinning so fast, the Earth, it would only be like 6 hour long days. But because the gravity slows it down, it creates 24-hour days. Now, if we had 6-hour days, a year would have more than 1,000 days. That's a lot more extra school days to have. Wow. Now, the moon's pull also keeps the Earth tilted in space at the perfect 23.5 degrees. So without the moon, the Earth might sit straight up. And if it sat straight up, well, we'd hardly ever see the sun. Or it might lay on its side like Uranus does. Now, then we'd have 42 years of sunlight followed by 42 years of darkness. Now, without the moon, life on Earth would be very different. In fact, there might not be life at all. Now, none of this happened by accident. God placed the moon just in the right spot to give us the perfect conditions for life. All the pieces of God's creation work together. They all work together just the way He created them to, which is fantastic. Nothing in this world is there by accident. It's all there for a reason. It all serves a purpose. And because God put it there, which is fantastic. I love to think when we walk around and we look at nature, no, nothing's accident. It's all there for a specific purpose. Right, now, let's do a craft. Now, for this craft, you're going to need some grey paint. I haven't got grey paint, so I'm going to make grey out of black paint and white paint. Okay, you're going to need some paint to make grey. You're going to need a bit of sellotape. You're going to need a bit of string. You're going to need a paper plate, but if you don't have a paper plate, that's absolutely fine. You can cut a circle out of cardboard, and if you want to do a nice perfect shape on the cardboard, you could just get yourself a normal china plate, put it on the cardboard, and draw around the plate to get a perfect circle shape, and then you can cut that out with the scissors. Remember to be careful with the scissors. Now, so I'm going to use a paper plate for mine, and you're also going to need some tin foil or some aluminium foil. Okay, now first off, what you need to do is get your piece of string and tie a knot in one end. There you go. Tie a knot in one end so you've got a nice loop there. And then you want to get your tape and put a bit of tape off. And oh, there we go. Just stick that down nicely there. Okay, so we've just stuck that loop on there. That means now that we can hang this up afterwards. Okay, so that's the back of the plate. And we're actually going to do it so the plate curves out. But if you've just got a flat bit of card, that's absolutely fine. Now, what you want to do is grab a piece of tin foil that is larger than your plate or your circle. And then you just want to carefully screw it up a bit. Okay? Don't screw it up too much. Just a bit, and then once you've screwed it up, carefully unravel it all, making sure it doesn't tear, because it can be quite fragile. Okay, now you want to unfold it, and with tin foil you get, I don't know if you'll see this on the camera, but you'll get a really shiny side and a side that is not so shiny, a dull side. And what we want is the dull side. Okay, we want that to be up. So you want to put that over your circle and then just fold the tin foil all around the circle. Okay, keep folding it around so you get the shape of the circle, but in tin foil. Okay, we're just gonna bring that round like that. Just, you don't need any glue for this because the tin foil will kind of trap that plate or your circle underneath, which is really cool. Okay, so just keep on working that round. Make that as neat as you want, but it doesn't have to be that neat because you won't see that side. Now, when we turn it around, there you have a big silver circle. And this is going to be our moon. Okay, and then you've got your loop there so you can hang it up like that. Now, with our moon, I've got a picture of a moon actually. Let me show you the picture of the moon. Here we go. You see that? Look at that moon. That is awesome. What a fantastic photo. And you can see on there that there's sort of like blobs and marks and where they've had like meteors hit and there's craters in there. It's fantastic. Okay, so because of all of that, what we're going to do is we're going to get our paint. This is the bit that could be a bit messy. Okay, so you want to squirt a bit of paint out onto a bit of I've got a little painting dish, but you might have a bit of card or something. And so I'm going to put a bunch of white out and then a tiny bit of black. Okay, so you want more white than black because you want to try and make a grey. Okay, and then just mix it. If you've got a brush, you can use a brush to mix it. I've just got a little cocktail stick to mix it. I couldn't find my brush. So I just mix that up. Now, you want to get another bit of tin foil and kind of mush that up. Okay, mush that up into a ball. And what you're going to do is you're going to dab the ball into the paint and then dab it over your tinfoil moon. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just sort out the camera here. The camera's just gone a bit funny. There we go. Just change that. And where are we? Okay, so let's just change that there. Just move that around. Okay, I think that's it. And there we go. There we are, back again. Now, you just want to mash up the paint here and then just put this over here. And you can see it. It's going to probably be a bit hard to see on the camera, but you can use different shades of the grey. You just want to put a few more different sort of colours on there. I'm going to actually put a little bit more black. Oh, maybe a bit too much black there. And then just mix that in again. Here we go. Just get that mixed in and then get a bit of that in. Whoop. A little bit round there. This is quite messy, but messy is good. Messy's fun. And then just dab all around here. And what you'll have to do is you'll have to leave this to dry because this might take a little while to dry with all of this wet paint. Okay. So just a few more bits there. One last bit here. You could spend hours on this and having a lot of fun. Right, so I'm going to put that paint away before it gets everywhere. And then just grab that, and there you have your moon. That's really cool. And what you can do, if you have your moon like that, you can wait for the paint to dry, and then you can put that up in your bedroom. And when your bedroom light or anything hits that, it will kind of glow a little bit like the moon, because you've got this shiny foil around your plate or your circle of card. So if you make one of these moons, I would love to see a picture of it. Don't forget, send it right here, barry@holysaviour.church, and we will show it the next time we're on Ignite. Now I need to make sure not to get paint everywhere, otherwise I'm going to get told off. Right, let's put the paint there. Okay, right, that was the craft for today. Now, who have we got? Ian's here. Good afternoon, Ian. Good to have you with us. It's now come to challenge of the week. If you're new here, each week we do a Barry versus challenge of the week. So I'm normally set a challenge by Adrian, and it can be a very strange challenge at times. So we are, well, I'll tell you what, let's watch this week's challenge of the week. Here we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Barry versus Challenge of the Week. And today, as usual, it's a little bit different, and we're going to be playing Blow the Biggest Balloon Blindfolded. Yeah, I don't know either. Today, we've got Freddie, we've got George, we've got Noah, and we've got Adrian. However, George is going to be filming because George can't actually blow up a balloon. So it's just going to be the four of us blowing up balloons. Now, the rules are we're going to be blindfolded, and we're going to have to blow the balloon up the biggest we can blow it up, and then tie a knot in it, all blindfolded. And the winner is the person who's blown the biggest balloon. Now, to do this sounds really complicated, but to do this, as soon as you've blown your balloon and tied it up, you then have to put it above your head. When the third person has put their balloon above their head, then George will call out stop, which means the last person, the fourth person, has to stop blowing and just tie their balloon up, and wherever they are, that is it. 3, 2, 1, go!
Mine's tight, but I don't think it's very big. I feel like they're like 3 balloons.
Stop!
Wait, is that the last one?
I'm still tying.
A few moments later.
Okay, done. Blindfolds off. Okay, we'll measure Adrian's balloon. It is, I would say...
No, why? No, 72.
Did you measure it?
Wait, what's the Adrian's? He burst it.
Did you measure it?
That was 23.
72.
Cheating.
Wow.
That was very blown up.
Adrian was 72 centimetres. Noah's is 68.5 centimetres. 68.5 centimetres is Noah's. Freddie, who said he couldn't tie a balloon, is 62.3 centimetres.
Well done, Freddie.
And it didn't pop.
I'm not convinced. I was worried that my beard was going to set mine off.
Yours is quite.
Yours is very. You might want to measure it just before it pops because it is going to pop.
Don't touch the metal.
No. 65.3. Is that the thickest? Hang on.
Wait, no,
It's just
you're not going to get 72 out of there.
65
Yes.
and a half centimetres. Right. So that means, again, I've lost Challenge of the Week. And the winner is... It's Adrian.
Again.
It was Adrian's game. And he won. Again. Back to the studio.
world has won.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Man, what is happening to me? That was shocking. 65.5. Adrian beat me and Noah beat me as well. Fred didn't quite beat me, but Fred didn't think he could tie a balloon, and he did really well. In fact, he was the first one to finish. In fact, George said that he couldn't actually blow a balloon, and then afterwards, when we stopped filming, he actually had a go. He blew a balloon up, he tied it off. He did really well, but he wouldn't have beaten Adrian. So, yes, again, is that the third week in a row I've lost? I don't know. That's not great. I still haven't taken this off. There's Freddie. Look, hello. So I lost again. So that's the blindfolded balloon. So that's another one for the challengers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only one in the lead. I'm winning by 1. This is not great. At one point, I think I was winning by 4. So the challengers have done very well on this. Yeah, I haven't, but the challengers have done very well. So there will be another challenge coming when we're next back on Ignite. Hopefully, I will win that. But if you want to do that at home, it's very easy. As you just saw, all you need is a measuring tape and a balloon each and a blindfold. And if you can't find a blindfold, you could do what we all did and used our COVID face masks. And they actually work as very good blindfolds as well. So there's another use for them. So there you go. You can have a go at that. And let me see. Send a picture in or something, or video of you trying it or whatever. And I'd be interested to see how well you do. But they were very dodgy balloons. They were so brittle. I think Adrian said they were pretty old. And I was very scared that my beard was going to poke in and burst it. But no, well done to Adrian. He did very well. But I said that they're Adrian's tasks and not my challenges. He comes up with them, which is great. So there we go. We will be having another challenge next time, and you can watch that. Right, we've come to the end of the show today. Just a few notices to give out. This Saturday, the 24th of October, is Messy Church. We're going to be doing Messy Church online again. We did it a month ago, and it was good fun. It was a bit chaos, but that was good. That was the fun bit. So I'll be here on Saturday morning with the team in their houses. We're going to have some different craft activities, and we're going to be talking about Jesus, the light of the world. So there's going to be some good. There's a good craft. There's a couple of crafts. There's a really good activity that Adrian is going to do, which we've had a go at doing this. I had to go a couple of times. I did it. It didn't work. Adrian did one, and it did work, and it was really cool. So yeah, tune in at 10:30 on Saturday, right here on Facebook and YouTube, and join us for Messy Church. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the following week, obviously, is half term. And on the 31st, on the Saturday, we would normally have our alternative Halloween event. We would be having our light party. But unfortunately, due to the current circumstances around the world, we're not able to have it, which is such a shame because we've had it for many years now. And it's always, I think we've done one for about 8 or 9 years. And it's always great fun. But although we can't do it, what we are going to do is we've created some goodie bags. So these goodie bags are going to be ready very soon to collect. I'm just putting them together. I'm just waiting for some books. There was a mix-up on the order, and they didn't send us the books. So hopefully that will be coming very, very soon, hopefully in the next couple of days. So tune in, watch out on Facebook, and we'll tell you when they're ready to collect. And I'll tell you where I'll be, and you can come and pick them up. But they're going to be, it's a really nice bag. There's going to be some activity sheets in there. There's going to be a glow stick. There's going to be sweets, and there's going to be a book, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, look out for that. Also, our children's work that we do on Sunday, which has stopped for the moment, is going to be restarting back, and it's going to be starting back on the 1st of November. Those of you that used to come will remember his kids on Sunday mornings during church. What we're doing, we're starting it back up online. It's going to be on Zoom. We've sent out an email to families that came. If you haven't had that email, then send me an email at barry@holysavior.church, and I may have got an address wrong or something. Or if you didn't come but you are interested in coming, send me an email and I'll let you know about it. But it used to be cool. One of the exciting things is that we've had time to sort of stop and look at what we do and change and refresh. And we're relaunching. So it's no longer going to be his kids. We're actually calling the children's work on a Sunday morning now. We're calling it The Furnace. Okay, so you're the first ones to hear. It's going to be called The Furnace. And all of the group names are changing as well to some fiery type names. And on the 1st of November, on our first one, you'll get to hear why it's called The Furnace and what the furnace actually means. It's from a particular Bible passage and Bible story. So that's all going to be really exciting. And that's going to be at 9:30 in the morning on the 1st of November. And it's going to be for about half an hour to 45 minutes. And then we'll have the church service afterwards. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The team are really excited to see all of their children in their groups again. And I know obviously we're in a new year, so some of you would have gone up groups. Obviously you've got older since the last time we saw you. So that's going to be really cool. Look out for that. There's going to be more information on Facebook. So like and subscribe to Facebook and do all that, and then you'll be notified of any new things that happen. That'd be fantastic. And then just to say that next week, as I said at the start, next week is half term. We're not going to be here next week, but we will be back the week after. So have a great half term. Stay safe. Hopefully the weather will be a bit better than it is today. But look out for all the stuff that we're going to be doing. Look out for when these goodie bags are ready and you can come and pick them up, and then you'll have some cool stuff to be doing at home. But that's it from me. Let's just finish with a prayer. Father God, thank you for the earth and the moon and the way that you make all things work together. You are amazing. And everybody said, Amen. So thank you, guys. Been great to be with you. Have a great half term, and I will see you when we're back. Bye-bye.